You are now tuned in to Two Studs in a Pod with the dynamic duo of Blaze and Meech, a podcast giving you a candid glimpse into the world of super terrific Uber dykes, but you can call us studs. This week, we're picking up where we left off last week, having fun talking about everything and nothing at the same damn time. Now let's get into it. Meech, drop the beat. Welcome back to Two Studs in the Pod. You already know it's me, Blaze.
And the homie Meech.
This week, the laughter continues as we get back into it with comedian J. Foxx Jones, host of the Foxx Out of Here podcast. But before we dive in, Meech, what's really good with you this week?
This week is it was cool because it was a short week. I got off Friday for the 4th, which was a nice needed vacation because I was thinking about taking a leave of absence because studying for this test has got me stressed out. But yeah, it was a nice little 3-day weekend. Got to just chill in my little blow up pool that wifey bought because that's how we're doing it this summer. We were planning to be back in Florida, but COVID.
Yeah.
So just chilling, relaxing, and studying some more. That's about it. What you been up to?
Well, now that I have had so much time on my hands after that hole is done, and everything's doing what it do out there. Been just trying to evaluate my next move on this forced vacation. So seeing what I can do and thinking about maybe trying a career change, but that brings its own challenges. So, it's a lot to think about and consider, but that's where I'm at right now. Also filling back in the hole around the pool because, of course, extra room needed to be had so that the guy could have walking room as he was.
Oh.
Yeah, so I had to dig extra so that this guy could walk around. And now I got to fill that bitch back in. Yes. Okay. So there you go. And then, of course, now that I have this free time, like I said, I'm actually considering building the deck myself.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Mr. Bob's Mr. Handy. So he's willing to help out as far as the design and stuff goes. So we could save some money on the labor if, I don't know. I don't have a name for somebody who builds decks. So I'll have to figure out that persona and see about that. But since I'm not digging anymore, I got back into lifting and working out again. I wasn't really needing to while I was digging the hole. So yeah, that might even been better than actually working out in the amount of calories burned. Just
right, because that's like a full body.
Yeah, especially especially if you concentrate while you're doing it and you try to really use proper mechanics when you're lifting the shovel full of dirt multiple times. You're trying not to burn out your body.
Right.
So, and I mean, I'm not going to say every time I use perfect form, because I could feel it when I didn't, but I did try to concentrate on making it a workout since I was skipping my workouts. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. And that's also how I looked at trying to make it be beneficial. It definitely worked. I can feel changes and I can see changes. So I recommend digging a giant ass hole if you want to get into shape. So, and I don't know about you guys, or I don't know about you, Meech, but I'm definitely not feeling this current new normal that we have as we continue to see the rise in cases of corona. What's going on up there with you guys? Because obviously Florida is capital.
Florida is now
the new
ground zero.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not even allowing y'all in.
I know.
But yeah, I mean, it depends on where you are in New York. So New York opened in different phases. Like Long Island, I think it's probably on phase 3 or something. Of course, the city and the boroughs are behind one phase, and I think upstate, I think they've been open. Some parts never even shut down because they had so few numbers, but we don't talk about that. Anything north of Westchester County is Canada to me. But yeah, so I mean, the new normal is I guess it's the new normal. Like, what can we really do? I'm still being cautious, though. I'm not taking chances, only going out to really go to the grocery store, because the more people that go out, the more chances are that it's going to spread. And
Right.
I don't want to take that chance, you know?
Right. Yeah, trust me, I definitely know. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, I'm in the new ground zero.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into our poppin' peas this week. And this week, we are shining the spotlight on a one of a kind figure in the history of Black LGBT women. It is our honor to pop one for June Jordan. In 2019, June received the honor of being inducted into the National LGBTQ Wall of Honor, an honor she earned through her years of contributions to the literary history of Black LGBT women with her writing and poetry. New York born and raised, June faced a rough childhood as the only child of Jamaican immigrant parents and looked to reading as her escape. It is this passion for both reading and being unapologetically Black that was her hope to pass on through her works. Since she began in 1969 with a book of children's poems titled Who Look at Me, June went on to write 27 more books, with more being published posthumously. With warm receptions from some of the greatest Black writers of our generation, such as Toni Morrison, Alice Walker, and Tulani Davis, and her literary legacy, it's easy to see that June Jordan was popping. Meech, you are a New Yorker. June is a New
Yeah.
Yorker. Have you ever heard of June Jordan before?
No, I've never heard of her. But I'm loving learning about like all these trailblazers in the Black LGBT community. I think that's super dope. I feel like I should know of her because she's from New York. But
Right.
yeah.
From what I read, she grew up. She was born in Harlem, and she grew up in Bed-Stuy. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, I
That's
mean,
dope.
yeah, I mean, it's also it's always cool to learn about new people like us who have been doing this. You know what I'm saying? Been putting
Yeah.
on for us folk out here. That's gonna do it for popping peas this week. Now it's time for stew peas. So let's get back into our randomly funny conversation with comedian and host of the Fucks Out of Here podcast, J. Fox Jones. I mean, there's a boo thing out there for you that is gay, and not and not gay for play. You know what I'm saying?
But what she look like,
They're
though?
out there.
What they look
Well,
like?
I mean, you never know. You might be 35. By the time you hit 35, you're like, fuck this gym. Give me that Oreo cookie, and then there you go. You know.
I mean, I'm there now. It's just what keeps me going is sweet heat. I just know I got to get right for sweet heat. So I'll have my Oreo cookie. 3 months out, though, I'm like, nah, I got shred.
Yeah.
I gotta get right. I gotta get right so I can gain it all back within 5 days.
Yes, of drinking. Nothing but drinking. Yes.
Because the food's not even that good. And the drink's overpriced. But I'm just there to have a good time.
I'm like, I don't even remember ever eating. I just remember a lot of drinking.
Pre-gaming and then drinking in the car, and then when we get there, drinking in the car.
Drink some more.
And then imagine, because then there's Miami Beach Pride too. Like Pride weekend on South Beach is massive because that whole beach area is like pretty much turned into a gay pride area instead of being in the streets and being in the the little warehouse clubs and stuff like that. But I mean, you definitely need to be shredding and working out. There was a few years where that's the only reason we were working out was go to those things.
Yeah, sweet heat coming up. Let's go. Let's get right.
December 13th, I was like, I got 5 months. All right, cool. And I was going in. Then they postponed it to October, so I'm like, cool. I'm not going to go in until about July. So that bought me some time. So I've been eating Taco Bell every night.
Quarantine snacks.
Quarantine snacks, those chalupas be hitting. But once July roll around, I'm going to get right for October. If it's happening, because
that's what I'm saying. Because who knows about this?
Right?
Fucking Rona. This shit was supposed to be done by now.
Yeah,
that's what they said. And then they saying there's gonna be a second wave. Even if it's like, don't threaten me with a good time. I was like, I'll stay home. That's
what I'm saying.
We'll do it again.
You know what shocks me though? What's really shocking to me is that Disney is not open. They're losing $30 million a day. Those parks are closed. They don't have anything open. It's closed. Okay, and that is a problem, especially in the area I live in now. So, and that concerns me. I'm like, if Disney is not open, but they trying to open up everything else, like, you don't think
Because
Disney gonna be one of the
Disney
first
got
ones that
more to
let me open?
lose.
Right.
Disney got more to lose. The beach
I'm
is just
like,
the beach. But like
because
big corporations, they're not going to take a risk that could end them.
yeah, I mean, yeah, because Disney
Mom and pop
was
shops,
already a petri
they
dish.
need it.
Yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah. That's
they're
how I
gonna
feel.
they're gonna sacrifice and be like, let's just do it and hope that we stay healthy and our customers stay healthy. But big corporations, they're gonna write that off. They got insurance. They're like, we're not opening until 2022.
I know so
We're gonna
many
play it
people
safe.
who had like loved ones pass from Corona too. I'm like, this shit is mad serious.
It's real.
Yeah,
It's real.
I'm not going front. I thought it was fake and fun and for play at first, because at first they said my job was closed for 2 weeks. So I hit my friend up and she was like, come to Maryland. And I was like, fuck it, I'll be there in 3 hours. Drove down to Maryland thinking we're gonna go to the club, thinking we're gonna go to the bar. Everything was closed and we were like, oh shit, this might be real. We ain't got shit to do now.
Well, shit, right when it, like, in the beginning of March, when it first popped off, we had just taken a cruise. Like, we literally just got off a cruise, and they were, like, holding cruise ships out to sea and doing all this shit. So I was like, come on, man. Like, just wash your hands and we'll be all right. And then I literally said, I was like, I'm not going to be scared until Disney closes. And that next day, Disney closed. I was like, oh, shit.
He said, now I'm officially scared.
Coronavirus, that shit is real. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't think it was real until it got real, and I was like, oh, this is real.
Now it's just like, are we ever going to go, like, there can't be a normal now, because, like, who wants to touch anybody or, like, be close to anybody, because you still don't know, and now it could be anything. That shit could mutate into something, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't even know. I don't want to be within 6 feet of you or touch the same shit you don't touch. It's weird. Yeah. It's just weird operating right now as it is. So, and will it ever go back to normal? Especially for y'all up there. Y'all shit is really crazy.
It's normal right now. I was in Target yesterday and somebody was right on my back. Like, I looked back and her face was on my face. And I was like, oh, all right. So we're not going social.
People not respecting it.
With no mask or nothing, right?
It was her and her whole family. Her whole family. Because I was feeling like, yo, this conversation is like really resting on my neck. So I turned around and they were all right there. Meanwhile, I'm like 9 feet from the person in front of me. So I move up a little bit. They move up, thinking the line is moving. It's like, no, the line is not moving. I don't want you on my back. They start letting us in, and they still. I had to step to the side, like, go ahead. Like, I don't understand what y'all don't understand. Right. We're literally lined up. This is why we're lined up. Yes, we get lined up to get into Target. A lot of grocery stores, like neighborhood grocery stores, you get lined up to get into. Walgreens pharmacies, you get lined up outside because it's only a certain amount of people inside. Yeah. So at Target, I think they let 25 people in.
Announcements. Target has an announcement like to stay 6 feet away from.
Yeah, like security will come out and look at the line and tell them to stay 6 feet away. Security must have been on lunch yesterday because nobody came out to tell that lady to get from off my back. But yeah, they come out and they make sure that you are keeping your distance.
Oh wow, nah, like they have like a sticker on the floor that is like maintain 6 feet, and they make sure they give you the hand sanitizer.
Just the way we operate, like as long as something is trending is what we're going to pay attention to. So because right now this is the hot topic, we're paying attention to it. We're keeping up with what's going on, following the rules to a certain extent. Once this is not in the media for more than 4 days, we're right back to what we was doing.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm tired of being in the house. I'm going to go see my mom. So I was like, yo, Mom,
people are tired of, especially when it's a nice day. Like today was nice in New York. It was very nice in New York, and people were out riding bikes. Bike gangs were out in the Bronx on Fordham. Like we don't care anymore. It's at the point where people are like, enough already.
Because it's been so long. Exactly. It's like, come on, y'all. Like people are like, oh my god.
When summertime hits.
Yes.
Once summertime hits, people are really, in all seriousness, like even even people with respirators are gonna be like, "Yo, just let me outside real quick." Like they gonna ask to go on recess or something. Like no one's. We're doing what we gotta do for now.
We just over it.
We're over it, yeah.
Yeah, we're just over it.
And that's natural. It's like we're not trying to be disrespectful to those that have been impacted significantly by it, but it's just human nature to be like, I'm restless. I want to, even if I'm not going anywhere, I want to go stand in front of my building for 20 minutes.
Right.
I just want something different.
Right.
And over here, they have signs on the doors of a lot of establishments that say, if you don't have a mask, you can't come in. So a couple of times I pulled up thinking I was going to hop out and get something real quick. Had to go back to the car to get a mask so I can go back in line. Like it's not something that, of course, like you see other people wearing masks, but you don't pick up on like, I have to make sure I have my mask with me.
Right. Yeah. Like they look extra to me, even though I felt like I had a mask. Like today I went out with a mask, but I felt extra. You know what I'm saying? Like I just felt like I'm looking at people and they got their designs.
Especially because y'all got y'all beaches open. So part of it is like you seeing it from afar, like everything looks normal. Then you see somebody with a mask, and you're like, is that person doing the most?
It just feels weird. Yeah, it's like what's going on here? Like it's just weird.
But, so would you go to the beach with the mask?
Nah.
Alright, cool.
But I'm not really fucking with anybody like that to let them get close enough in my beach tent anyway. So, and I have a tent, my beach tent.
That's beach tent.
Yeah, bro.
Get one.
Trust me.
Yeah.
That's hot shit. When you come for sweet heat, you gotta make sure you bring you a beach tent.
Bring a tent. I might just get one while I'm out there and then leave it out there because I don't want to have to pack that and then bring it back.
Oh yeah.
Is it like something I could just get, or I gotta like invest in it?
Nah, I mean it's something you could just like get, like Amazon it to yourself real quick. You might have to.
Yeah, Amazon to the hotel.
Yeah. And because it's like a little, like a half a tent, like picture a camping tent, but it's like a half of that, so it blocks out the sun and creates like a little private little space for you. You know what I mean? And put a little blanket down there.
Drink.
A little cooler. Yeah, exactly.
Because at one point, y'all had like no open container rules. Like you can just be out drinking.
Oh yeah. I'm like, you know what? I don't even know about those laws, the true laws, because I've just been doing shit for so long. Like I'm like,
so when you can stop, you're like, I'm a resident.
Yeah, I'm like, what? You mean I'm from here? Like, what do you mean? You can't have this bottle here? I didn't know that. My bad. But I guess okay.
Yeah, when they stopped letting us take drinks from Wet Willie's and Fat
Willie's,
that's when it hit hard.
Yeah, that's when it really hurt.
What do you mean?
That was
I was on my way out of Wet Willie's. Exactly. Yeah. And you get the Fat Tuesdays cup. I was on my way out, and security told me I either had to drink it, like by the little patio thing,
or dump it,
or go back inside. Yeah, I was like, oh, I can't even flex. So you know I spent $12 on this? Yeah. Okay. I'll just go inside then.
I was just trying to walk across the street to sit on a little wall, but
word.
If I gotta stay here with this drink,
I gotta be babysat. All right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I mean,
30 years old.
I always wanted to be in and out because they wouldn't let me wear my hat at a certain time.
Son, Wet Willie's. Last year, if I had another phone, I'll call Chris right now. My friend Chris, he's bald, so he don't care. He's bald with a beard, whatever. So we go to Wet Willie's and we waiting in line, and they ask for ID. Then they tell us to take the hat off, and I don't take my hat off for nothing. So I was like, "Oh no, we're not drinking here." And he was like, "But we waited in line." And I'm like, "You're good. You're bald with a nice beard. You can go. I can't. Like I can't take this. This don't come off. Once this is over, I'm about to hop in bed with my hat on and call it a night."
Oh my god.
What?
Wet Willie's, because after a certain time, because we went there earlier in the day, and they didn't have a problem with it.
Cool.
It was it was like nighttime, and he was like, "Remove your hat," and I was like, "Yes, let me get my ID back. I'm out of here."
Yeah, you could have been there 5 minutes before, and it was all right with your hat, but then you sit there past a certain time. It's like you Cinderella turned into a fucking pumpkin or something.
They coming around to about to take your hat off.
Yeah, I'm like, come on, bro.
What's up with that?
Like, you know, my hair.
What do you think is happening at night? What's happening at night with hats?
They try to be fancy.
That in the daytime when you wear a hat is fine.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah,
why? Because it's considered streetwear.
Yeah, and it attracts a bad element, so that's why they do it. But I mean, you feel like I've been sitting here this whole time. Have I been rowdy? Have I been doing anything? Like,
right? And dude, you saw me earlier. I played by the rules. I sat down and had my drink. When it was done, I threw it away and I went on about my life.
Yeah.
So what you think this hat's gonna make me do?
Yes.
8 o'clock, my hat's on. I'm about to get crazy.
That's the shit I used to hate about that. But that's why I want to get my drink and walk down. You know what I'm saying? Nice, cool ocean breeze, a little sundress or two. You feel me? Yeah. Somebody in a nice
my hat.
Lamborghini or some shit. Right, in my hat. Cocked to the side a little bit.
I thought I was bugging for that when I got off the line.
Nah, it's true. Like that's how they do, man. That shit is whack. So whack. Yeah. It's happened more than one occasion.
I was about to pull a girl card. I was about to be like, but I'm a girl.
But they don't care. I did that before.
But I'm a girl, so I should wear my hat.
I did that, so nobody believed. I don't know if they believed me or not when I first said it. They're probably like, "What?" I'm like, "But for real. Can I please keep my hat on, sir? Look at me, I look crazy. How am I going to get hoes if I don't have my hat on?"
Exactly.
You gotta make sure you got a fresh cut when you going that night.
Yes. Or just plan not to wear a hat.
5 days, had 11 hats with me because I was prepared to wear a hat morning, noon, and night. They messed up my rotation because that nighttime came. I couldn't wear it. I didn't know. Should I wear it again tomorrow night? Do I throw it away?
No cut.
Because no cut.
No lineup. Shit is crazy. That's like it's part of the quirks of South Beach. Yeah, man. Spent too many nights walking up and down that damn Ocean Drive, Washington.
Yeah.
All that good shit.
It's all good. Definitely Collins. No good. It's all good.
Yes. There's no good dating going on down on South Beach though.
Oh really?
Yeah.
No.
Nah.
Because that's just partying. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just partying.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I gotta go Jacksonville. I gotta go Jacksonville, Florida.
Yo.
Tampa.
Nah.
That depends on how you like your girls, okay?
Right.
What they got? Gold teeth?
A little something like everything.
Gold teeth. Yeah.
Probably
I could do one. Holes. I could do a gold tooth or two. Bullet holes, no. I mean, where though? Because it's just like a cute dimple.
Leg. Yeah. What about to the leg? Took two to the leg.
I think I'm gonna just stick with the goal of going to Atlanta. I'm thinking I'm just gonna go to Atlanta and see what's out there.
Oh man, yeah. Let me tell you, yes, Atlanta for sure. Atlanta, definitely a good time. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I would feel that way about Miami if I wasn't from there. You know, like I probably would feel open about New York. How y'all don't feel open about New York because y'all from there.
Yeah, ain't nothing here. Ain't nothing here. I mean, I love it. It's home. I love it.
Right.
Chilling.
Right.
But like, I don't go to other places and talk to other people about the girls from New York. I rep New York all the time, but I don't be like, yo, New York women. Like, I don't know. New York women it's a mixed bag.
Yeah, it is. But I do go to places and talk to people about the women from Miami, so I think you should go across the bridge and see what they have. I mean, I don't think you're gonna find anything serious, but
I mean, you gotta remember,
but it's fun. It's all fun.
It's like, yeah, and Sweet Heat brings girls from all over the place, from
everywhere. Yeah.
So
some baddie from Newark, and I was like, Newark, ooh, they got guns. Talk to me. My car got broken into in Newark. Talk to me.
Spicy.
Yeah, knocked the window out, took my stereo and everything in Newark. It's 1996 over there. Yeah. Then I'm looking around. Yeah, I'm looking around. I'm like, don't no other car need a Pioneer stereo, so you should just sell it back to me. Because you're not going to be able to sell it to nobody. Nobody else needs this but me.
And I already got the connection. Connection in my web.
You sell that back to me, we'll be good.
Yeah.
That's Newark for you.
That sound means it's time for the segment we like to call Too Many Peas in the Pod. This is the part of the show where we like to answer a few of the questions we've received or come across on the internet. This week, we have one I saw on Facebook. Or I saw in a Facebook group. Anyway.
Question.
Are relationships meant to last forever?
I don't want to get killed, but I'm going to say not all relationships are meant to last forever.
I mean, forever is such a mighty long time.
Yes. I mean, it depends too, because if you're talking, not all relationships are romantic,
Yeah, that's true.
So friendships end.
Yeah.
People come to you for, different reasons to teach you different lessons. That's what I believe.
Yeah, right. Like a reason, a season, or a lifetime, or however it goes. Yeah. Yeah. I guess it would matter. It would depend on the type of relationship. I mean, obviously, relationships maybe aren't meant to last forever. Not all relationships are meant to last forever, or else you wouldn't have exes.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or you wouldn't have exes in any kind of way. You wouldn't have ex friends. You know what I'm saying? Or exes. Like ex lover.
Mm-hmm.
So you were in relationships with those people, and now you're not. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if anything is meant to do anything. You just have to work at it. If it's something that you want to make last, then that's what you're gonna have to put work into making it last. Yeah, like nothing
into
lasts forever.
Friendships, relationships, all that. Yeah. Everything takes work. So you have to be willing to put in that work.
Definitely. Well, that's gonna be that for this week's Too Many Peas. Thank you again to J. Foxx Jones for joining us. We had fun. And if you'd like to hear more from her, you can find her on Twitter and IG at Foxx Out of Here Podcast. That's FUX Out of Here Podcast. And on that note, we're going to end the show here. Find us on IG and Twitter at Two Studs in a Pod. For a behind-the-scenes look at life beyond the pod, follow Meech on IG at the Homie Meech and on Twitter at Homie Meech. And myself at its.me.blaze on IG and it's me Blaze 2 on Twitter. You can always hit us up on our email with any questions or comments at twostudsinapod@gmail.com. That's TWO studsinapod@gmail.com. Two Studs in a Pod is streaming on major podcast platforms including Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, Radio Public, and Overcast. Gratitude is always the attitude, so we want to say thank you for lending us your ear.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in.
Later, guys.